Hello.
Hey guys.
Welcome to the pod.
Today we will be discussing the development of avant-garde music, specifically jazz music throughout the ages up until the group Death Grips.
Yeah. So, Death Grips, for anyone who doesn't know, is a group that came together in 2010 from Sacramento, California. On vocals, MC Ride. The drummer and producer is Zach Hill, and the keyboardist / producer is Andy Morin.
They have a Wikipedia page that states their genres are a long list of confusing jumbled words, including noise, digital hardcore, and punk rap.
Yeah, so a lot of their music is pretty abrasive and different, and is just like a concoction of a lot of noises, which is very different.
But also somewhat similar.
Yeah.
To jazz music, and that is why we are here today, discussing the similarities of the two very starkly different genres / groups.
Yeah.
So let's jump right in, Hannah.
Yeah. So jazz kind of came to America in the early 20th century, specifically in New Orleans, and it was kind of a culture shock.
Yeah. A lot of people had to kind of fight for jazz to be more recognized and appreciated, specifically like people in the African American community, which made jazz kind of bigger than just the music. It was more of a generation defining movement of a blend of rhythms and music notes that no one had thought could be combined together, but you know, it's very different and original.
Yeah. It was something new, something to like bring together different communities of people, and it was kind of like, we're not complying with this old music and these old traditions and values that our parents probably want us to. It's something different.
Yeah.
It was actually some people who were like against jazz for whatever reason called it the devil's music.
Which I feel like is what people just call any music that's new in a genre.
Thomas Edison didn't like jazz.
Oh, would you like to talk more about that?
I don't really know that much, but I know that Thomas Edison didn't like jazz. So
I can see.
I just want to throw that out
Yeah.
there.
I think that jazz is just kind of frightening in a way that people didn't really understand why you would be combining like these syncopated rhythms with like bluesy styles and brass. Like it's just like so many different things that you're combining that people were kind of like shocked by. And then when you move forward, like I think as music kind of developed, people got more used to it. But I think Death Grips has a similar attitude about making new music that's just like, we don't really care and we're gonna combine a bunch of random rhythms.
Yeah.
So
they're very different genres, obviously.
I think it's just bringing back to the roots. Obviously, Death Grips they didn't really mention like why they started as a band. Like they didn't say like credit, John Coltrane or like other jazz artists. Papa Jazz was not credited in their music, but I think they had similar intentions of creating a genre that was very, as you said before, abrasive.
Yeah. I think some similarities in the two entities we're talking about is like the origins of jazz and how it was kind of like all the rhythms were very like forceful, and there's like deliberate distortions of pitches.
Yeah.
So I definitely see that a lot in death grips and also jazz, and it's kind of like using those basic like fundamental elements and making something that's really different.
Yeah, the musical elements you're talking about are similar to the thematic aspects in jazz and death grips, because they rely on heavy rhythms and this loud style that's kind of just makes people feel, I guess, like it's not like because jazz people kind of got up and danced, and it was like credited to like a new kind of dancing style, like people wanting to go to jazz clubs or kind of move with the music. Death grips is more of like I'm comfortable and I know you can dance to it, but it's more of a
but it has the same effect, and like I don't know, it definitely, they both affect the listener quite a bit.
Yeah, for sure.
And also like the lyrics of death grips is very like rebellious usually, and like very like it's a statement, which like also the point of jazz was a statement like in its origins to like be different, so another similarity there.
Yeah, jazz or death grips definitely keeps their fans on their toes too, like not just in the music, like they kind of in 2014 death grips posted on Facebook that they broke up, and they didn't have any real reasoning why, and then a year later they posted a song, and they have part of their act is like canceling tours or just a lot of performance art on stage as well, which takes away, it's like not part of the music, but it just adds to the real essence of the performer, and it makes their music just so much more weighted because there's a lot going on behind just the notes.
Yeah. Okay, well, yeah, I feel like and like getting to the end of this conversation, both of these groups represent extremely different types of music, but they're very similar in the cultural and generational significance they hold.
So we're gonna listen to The Fear by Death Grips. It is a song off of their, I believe, Fashion Week album. Nope, Year of the Snitch. It is a song off of their album called Year of the Snitch, which was released in 2018, and it has over 200,000 views on YouTube. So it's a pretty popular song.
And this is specifically the one that we were talking about earlier that has like some jazzy,
very minimal but jazz elements.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know, dude. I just drink blood, dude.
It's like a Halloween song.
Yeah, I don't know. Kind of scary.
Yeah. So I thought it had jazz elements because of the emphasis on the ride cymbal and just how large of a role the drums have. I think with some other maybe rock or pop songs in modern music, the drums are kind of just like in the background or just kind of push the music forward but aren't as like elevated. But with Death Grips, or at least this song, it's very obvious that the drums are a vital part, which is really important in jazz music.
Cool. All right. Thanks for listening to our pod.
Thank you for tuning in. I hope to
catch you next time.